What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. This is serious. Wow, what the fuck?
What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this shit. Hey man, stay man, we are lit, eh? Let's double check, man. Turn. Today, it's my fucking day. Straight hood and outside creep. Yes, sir. I hope y'all enjoying these videos, man. Please like and subscribe to these videos, man. I hope y'all having a blessed, marvelous day in this bit, man. Cryptastic day, man. Keep on doing y'all thing, man. Life gonna get better, man. When that time comes, we can't get nervous. We gotta go head on into anything in life, man. Mess with your boy. Keep on subscribing up and liking the video, man. Come to as a black Hebrew Israelite, man, as a Jew, man. Come on, man. Support your boy and let's get into this bit, man. Alright, boom. Today, two motherfucking day, straight hood and outside crib, man. Alright, gang. Let's get into this situation, man. Let's get into this real situation, man. So this is about Jada Pinkett, Tupac, and Will Smith. The love triangle, man. Now, the person who gets the most, I feel like to get the most, like they just getting done in the dirt, is Will Smith. Like, even though Tupac is like 6 feet under in the dirt, but I feel like Will Smith is getting done dirty. Cause Tupac ghost is Outchere lit, while Will Smith is fucked. So Jada Pinkett, man, she out here saying that Tupac, man, and her was a team. Like they were just like this and that, inseparable since birth, head ass niggas. Now the thing about Tupac, man, like y'all, if people know about Tupac, me and Tupac got a little bit of similarities, man. Like if y'all know, y'all know. And one more thing about it, man, I did not know this, like, but when Tupac got harassed by the popos, nigga, that shit happened to me too. What's the coincidence, man? I was walking and the popos tried to take me out. I was just walking. And that same thing happened to Tupac, nigga. And like I said, y'all know me, I barely knew anything like just 100% about Tupac. Like I knew some things, but like as far as his whole career, nah. You know what I'm saying? But the more you know, shit crazy. We got so much in similar, it's crazy. So, Tupac, man, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly, Jada Pinkett Smith is trying to say that Tupac tried to marry her while he was in jail. This shit is getting crazy. Ever since that Keefy D arrest, which we got in this video, everything that happened, Jada Pinkett is basically saying that, hey, if y'all ever seen them Tyler Perry movies when them people die and the girl's crying, she jump in the bed in the burial bed with the nigga while crying, the bed go inside the grave. She basically wanted to be that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like she saying Will Smith ain't no damn way he would have got her if it wasn't for Tupac dying. Now that's disrespectful on all levels for Tupac. I mean not Tupac, but Will Smith. And me and Will Smith got a lot of similarities too. That shit is crazy. Like me and Will Smith got a lot of similarities. But Will Smith is one of the best actors, movie creators, TV shows, game players, just talent out here ever. She ready to throw all that shit away for Tupac. Tupac was only alive for 25 years, nothing like that. You know, he died, but that's all he got. Tupac, me, Will Smith been out here going crazy and everything. Pursuit of Happiness, 7 pounds, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Will Smith been in so many fucking movies. Like, it's like, what more do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no, like, the Tyrese Gibson shit. Like, ain't no damn way, man. Like, you know, like, you gotta be these niggas gotta be half amazing. And still be taking L's to Tupac Ghost, man. So we got the drawback story of everything that's going down with the situation, man. I hope y'all enjoy these videos, man. Allegedly, she was lying in this video too, man. So y'all finna get just of everything. Y'all finna get caught up on everything. I hope y'all enjoy these videos of you.
This was the moment Tupac Shakur's alleged killer was arrested. The Las Vegas Police Department released footage of former gang member Dwayne Keefe D. Davis being handcuffed last month. Nevada grand jury has indicted Dwayne on a murder charge with the use of a deadly weapon. Tupac died in 1996 and his murder has been a long unsolved crime that became a defining moment in the history of rap music. Dwayne was charged with 1 count of murder with a deadly weapon for his alleged role in leading a group of men to kill the rapper in a drive-by shooting. Authorities haven't said who actually fired the gun, but the 3 others who were in the car with Dwayne have all died since. But could this mean the rapper could finally receive justice after nearly a 3-decade-long mystery?
On the back seat, bro.
Of your kids.
I am. I'm super proud of them. All of them.
And they all support you and
Absolutely.
book and
Absolutely.
they're not worried about you.
Nah, because they see, I mean, they've lived this with us. And so they've seen the journey and they love it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so they love it.
Well, because me and Will, we are in such a good place.
That's not what the tabloids are saying.
But that's the tabloids. And so everybody's sticking to, you know, we split up. We've been separated. So it's like...
So they running with it.
They're running with that. And it's like, we have been separated, but guess what? After the Oscars...
We are back together.
We came back to a whole place.
That little thing, boy, he got a little gangster there. He said, yo, Will, you know what? I'm about to take you back.
See?
He said, I'm about to take you back, Will.
After that, we did so much healing together. You know, and after that, I was like, this is when you really show up.
And then the Tupac soulmate and all that. He's cool.
Who said, did I?
Oh, it's out there. It's out there.
I said he was my soulmate?
That's what they saying. You said.
Where?
That's all over.
Where is it?
You gotta read the book.
You gotta read the book. I know. I'm gonna listen to the book.
See, listen.
So they putting whatever they want out there.
Me and first, I'm gonna just tell you right now.
Read the section in the book. It's where you put it.
Yeah, it's very clear in the book. Me and Pop were never an item.
Oh.
Never, Joe.
No, that's breaking news. We thought that.
That's the problem. See, that's the problem with me. People make too many assumptions because I be trying to keep stuff close to the chest.
You want to know what? Up to now, that was a great part of your mystique, too. That people thought, you know, was Pop. Pop's the realest rapper ever. You know what I'm saying? So you had one of the greatest, most royalty husbands in the world, and it was rumored that you was one of the realest rapper ever.
Yeah.
Prolific. You know what I'm saying? So you was popping.
We were never together.
You've been popping. Like
we were never together.
Never together. Wow.
Never together. And people, when they read the book, they'll see how deep our friendship was. But yeah, we're going to let the world know right now. I let Joe know. It wasn't nothing with me and Pac, so y'all need to just shut down. Get the book and you get the story.
Get the book and you get the story.
Stop assuming.
You gotta get the book. You gotta get the book. That's the whole point. We want this to sell like Prince Harry.
It already is.
It's already on the chip. Now you know Prince Harry moves some.
Listen, we on our way. J Babel, you ready?
I'm ready.
He kept his word as his family. Joe Crack, you ready?
Los dientes.
I got so many people coming right now. We'll be there in 5-10 minutes. Fam, we on our way. Get the dientes threes. Show them them black things. You know what I'm saying? Show them them dientes threes. Come on. Yo. That's Puff Daddy on the phone. All right, you send him the address. Send Puff the address. Yeah, send him the address. All right. Send him the address.
What an unexpected, beautiful gift from my good friends at Dove. And people say, Joe, why your skin so clean and
lying, and I have the timeline to prove it. And I'm literally in the middle of moving. That's why I look raggedy, but I cannot handle these fucking lies anymore. Jada is currently on her Pay Attention to Me tour, and she is making all these wild claims, including that Tupac proposed to her while he was at Rikers. Really? The math isn't mathing, so let's take a look. Tupac was convicted of sexual assault charges on February 8th, 1995. From there, he was sent to Rikers Prison, only to be transferred less than a month later to Clinton Correctional Facility. And she specifically said she went to see him. This was not on the phone.
Book when I go to see him in Rikers, probably one of the more painful parts, seeing him there, the condition that he was in, and having to leave him there.
Cool. So prior to going into Rikers, Tupac already had a girlfriend named Keisha. He proposed to Keisha, her words, in a September 2011 interview. He proposed to Keisha before he even went into prison. They were already engaged. They got married in April. And in the time that he got sentenced and was taken to prison, Keisha actually moved closer to be by him and be by the prison and saw him on a near daily basis.
When he asked me to get married, he was at Rikers.
So you're telling me that in the 3 to 4 week window that he was at Rikers, engaged to another woman who had moved closer to the prison and was there almost every day, Tupac proposed to Jada. But hey, Jess, you might be saying to yourself, Tupac wasn't known to be a one-woman man. He was no angel. Fair enough. Let's see where Jada was during February of 1995, which was, as we've already established, the only time she would have been able to see Tupac at Rikers since he was only there for less than a month. You see, Jada had already met Will Smith in 1994 on the set of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but Will Smith was married, and so nothing happened between them. But in February of 1995, Will Smith was served divorce papers by his wife. 5 days later, on February 19th, Will called Jada and said, "Are you single?" And she said, "Yep." Will said, "We're together now." Jada said, "Cool." And she immediately flew to LA. She flew so immediately that when he called her, she was in Maryland at a brand new house she bought. And she never spent a single night in her new house. That's how immediately she flew to LA. You know, when in all that time did you visit Tupac at Rikers and get this fucking proposal? And for the record, Keisha and Tupac stayed married for about 10 months. They got their marriage annulled about 4 or 5 months after Tupac was released from prison. He was bailed out by Suge Knight. It wasn't long after that he met Kidada Jones. Kidada Jones is the daughter of legendary Quincy Jones. Kidada looks a little recognizable. You may know her sister, Rashida Jones, who played Karen on The Office. Kidada and Tupac were living together and engaged when Tupac was shot and killed. Kidada was the one that was there with him at the hospital the night he died. Kidada was handed his bloody clothes. She was the one who told him, "We all love you," before he slipped into a coma and never woke up. Keisha spoke with Tupac several days before he died because even though their marriage was annulled, they still remained good friends. And I can't help but notice that all of the women who are actually part of his life in a meaningful way are the ones that have just kept quiet. They've kept silent. They've kept their memories to themselves and not tried to use a dead man as their limelight. And the person who's squawking about him the most is making claims that can't even be verified and don't make sense from the perspective of a verifiable timeline.
I see why we love you.
He needed a rock. Because of our friendship and because of everything we had been through together, he just wanted to feel that solidified foundation.
Because so many people in that position don't have support.
Right.
None at all.
None. You know?
And he got the best.
He did get the best, but not from Jada, because per Will Smith's own words, that him and Jada were pretty much humping all over the world. They were traveling constantly from the first 3 months they were together, all over the world. So Tupac did get some great support, I imagine, from his wife, who moved closer to be with him and visited him every day. And why do I care? Because I'm Gen X. And like any good Gen X person, I grew up on Tupac. We all remember this going down. We all remember where we were when we heard that Tupac got shot or that he died. We all had this fucking hat from Poetic Justice, walking around looking like newsies, slinging newspaper about the Great Depression and FDR.
He comes over and he's like, hey, I'm Tupac. And I'm like, Tupac? The name from the gate was just like, I never heard a name like that before. That was such a powerful, different name. And I was like, Tupac. First day of school. As soon as I walk in, he's holding court. He's holding court. He's a charismatic from day one. He's holding court. And I'm like, who's that peanut head dude over there? You know, he turns and our eyes just meet. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to hold my court. You know what I'm saying? He comes over and he's like, hey, I'm Tupac. And I'm like, Tupac? And he had this big smile. Right from there, inseparable. We became the best of friends from that moment on. We just connected. It was as if we already knew each other. It's crazy.
People will find it hard to believe that at that age, in that environment, it wasn't a romantic thing.
I know. People have had a really hard time, you know, understanding that. Being on the back porch of my house, and we're like having this discussion. I'm like, okay, Pac, just kiss me. And he kisses me, and it's the most disgusting kiss between us both. I mean, he pulled back just like, and I pulled back, and I was like, see, dummy. And then there was one more time. He kissed me, and it was just like, and once again, it was just like, dude, it doesn't work. But throughout our relationship, we definitely had this beautiful closeness.
Maxine and Tupac are both in that picture.
In the same picture. Tissue.
We talked about mental health earlier. Do you know how to grieve the loss of someone like that in your life?
No, I'm still working out my relationship with grief. Actually, yeah, I'm still working that out.
Because this chapter of your life was loss.
Mm-hmm. Unmourned loss.
Chapter 12 of your book. I've got this other picture that I found that I thought was relevant.
Oh, now do you know why this is relevant?
I do. Maxine.
How did you know that was Maxine?
Because I know. Maxine and Tupac are both in that picture.
In the same picture. Yeah. Do you have a tissue? Thanks. You give nice hugs. Yeah, that's yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I lost Maxine and Pac back to back. So like to, this picture to be flanked by them. Yeah, I lost them back to back.
Maxine was a good friend of yours. Pac was your brother.
Yeah, and she was like my sister, She, I met Maxine on Jason's Lyric. We became like super tight. And she lived in Canada, and so she wanted to come to Hollywood and make a career for herself. So I told her that she could come live with me. So she came to live with me. We feel as though she had a misdiagnosis, that she had some kind of thyroid disorder that really disrupted her psyche. And she ended up jumping off her mother's balcony and committed suicide.
So that was really tough. I don't even know if it's guilt that I feel. It's like that existential disappointment of just life being what it is. She went from this like happy person to like having this condition that just, right? And so sometimes I just go, this is when I just have to like reconcile with God. It's like, wow, God, like you really be doing some stuff. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, and sometimes I get in grief around what life is. Having all the different experiences that I've had, as painful as some of them are, it gives me the opportunity to join people in a certain manner. You know, and in really powerful places.
There's almost an irony or a paradox in the fact that your pain caused a disconnection, but then the pain caused connection.
Deep. Because there's this beautiful seed in heartbreak, which is like, it breaks you open. It breaks you open. And you got two places that you can go. You can go into the deep wells of darkness, or you can go into the deep wells of light. And I've been to both. So I always use heartbreak, discontent, pain to help me search for bright light and beautiful blessings within them.
And I was so upset that I had to have a wedding. I was so pissed. I went crying down the freaking aisle.
Oh, getting married.
Cried the whole way.
I think that's the worst I've ever felt in our marriage.
Wow.
I was failing miserably. But on the outside, I was winning. Like, I built a house and called the house Her Lake. I remember saying, like, I built this house for you. I called it Her Lake. And she said, you built this house for you.
Yeah.
And I was like,
It just wasn't possible. There was no chemistry between us.
I just felt like he was off track a little bit. There were different stages in my marriage where Will and I decided we were not together.
it was devastating for me to accept that I built the house for me.
Yep.
Because in my mind, I was saying I was building it for her, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wanted this house. I called it Her Lake as an ego cover.
Yeah.
Right? And Jada was calling me on that.
Yep. I really didn't want to get married, but
We only got married because Gammy was crying.
I just knew. I was like, I never wanted to be married. It was a horrible.
It was a mess. Jada was sick. She was very unpleasant.
By the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying.
That in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives. It was,
Where is the respect for a man you walked down the aisle with and pledged your life to? What's the dude's name? August? I know he was the friend of your son, who's 21 years younger than you. What you do is your business. Any women out there that wants to be a cougar with a dude of legal age, that is your business. But the operative words are your business. Did you have to go and tell everybody? Give it to yourself.
that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives. It was not a divorce on paper, but it was a divorce.
By the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying.
It just wasn't possible. There was no chemistry between us.
I just felt like he was off track a little bit. What is going on? Now, first of all, I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time. I'm like, what is going on right now?
My wife's name
out of your mouth, right? And I'm like, there were different stages in my marriage where Will and I decided we were not together. But now I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on. So I think within that is where people might have thought that, oh, they must be having an open relationship. And Chris looks to me and he says, Jada, I meant no harm. Now, I'm just out of it because I'm really worried about
And
Will.
what's Will doing? He's just sitting there?
And Will's still talking. He's like, he's still, because now he's mad because Chris is talking to me. And I go, Chris, this is about some old That's all I could think to say, right? And I couldn't really take in his apology.
Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out the fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay?
Because every time she needs to like increase the ratings of the Red Table, every time she needs to sell books, she drops these bombshells.
Of soulmate. But yeah, you know, definitely. I don't think if there is such a thing as past lives, I definitely think Pac and I have traveled a few together, you know, in various forms. So
has there ever been a time that you regretted the decision that you made not to take it to that level with him and to keep it in the friendship space?
It just wasn't possible. There was no chemistry between us. You know, I talk about it in the book. You know,
that's so hard. I know, but that's just so hard to imagine. Because at the time, he was in a bad, you know, he was in a space where, you know, he was in jail and all that. But it's just hard to believe that we see chemistry with the two of you guys. Even in the videos you guys dance, and there seems to be so much chemistry. But from your perspective,
chemistry, it's that friendship, love chemistry. Trust me. Let me tell you.
You talk a lot about Tupac Shakur.
Yeah, the relationship with Tupac. How did you guys meet? What was the beginning of that relationship like?
We met in high school, right? In the 10th grade. And, you know, we had, you know, an instant connection.
Were you ever jealous of the love Jada had for Tupac?
Oh.
I thought you were gonna say no.
Oh my God, that dude! And you know, and that was in the early days.
Yeah.
Hold on to your hats, folks, because the Smith family is in the spotlight again, and this time it's all about some big revelations. You see, Jada Pinkett Smith, the talented actress and wife of Will Smith, has been on a bit of a campaign lately. She's been talking a whole lot about her relationship with the legendary Tupac Shakur. And what's she been saying, you might ask? Well, she's been going on about how Tupac was head over heels in love with her, and how he even proposed to her at some point. Sounds like quite the love story, doesn't it? But here's where it gets really interesting. Jada's own son, Jaden Smith, who's known for his candidness and straight talk, recently decided to set the record straight. And boy, did he drop a bombshell. He basically called out his mom for, well, not being entirely truthful about the whole Tupac situation. It's like a family feud, celebrity style. Now you might be wondering, what exactly did Jada say about her relationship with Tupac? And what did Jaden have to say about it? Hold on to your seat because we're about to unravel all the jaw-dropping details in this roller coaster of a story. Stick around till the end because you won't want to miss a single twist and turn in this family saga.
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true? Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives. It was not a divorce on paper, but it was a divorce.
Okay, so here's the lowdown on the whole Jada Pinkett Smith saga. You see, Jada's been under the internet's microscope lately for her treatment of Will and her never-ending obsession with Tupac. But it's not just the online world that's giving her a hard time. Her own family, especially her son Jaden, has some serious beef with her. Now, Jaden is no stranger to being a nonconformist and a bit of a rebel, but he's always had a soft spot for his mom. He even wanted to be emancipated from his parents when he was a teenager, which shows that he's got a strong will of his own. He's also shown support for his parents when they needed it. Like when Will slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. Jaden tweeted his support for his dad during that crazy moment. But if Jaden's not backing his mom, then it's a serious deal. Turns out Jaden thought it was all chill at first and tried to ignore the whole Tupac situation. But he's had enough because Jada seems dead set on embarrassing Will in every possible way. What's even crazier is that Jada hasn't been telling the truth about everything she's been saying regarding Tupac, according to Jaden. Jaden is convinced that Jada has taken things way too far. It's like she's on a mission to humiliate Will, and it's just not cool. But here's the twist. Jada never kept her love for Tupac a secret from her kids. She'd go on and on about how Tupac was the most perfect man she ever knew, and it left Jaden thinking that maybe there wasn't much room in her heart for Will. It's like he had to compete with a ghost, and Jada made it crystal clear that her connection with Tupac was something extraordinary. But here's the real kicker. It's not like Jada just started raving about Tupac. No, she's been at it for a while. Willow, Jaden's sibling, wrote a letter to Tupac when she was just 11, begging him to come back and make Jada happy. Now that's weird, right? Because Tupac had been long gone before Willow and even Jaden came into this world. So how on earth did they know about this Tupac magic love stuff? Well, it's probably because Jada couldn't stop talking about it. Fast forward to today, and things have gone from weird to just downright disrespectful. Will is the one who's getting disrespected here. It's become clear that Jada's got some mixed feelings about Will, and her recent confessions about her Tupac connection have fans piecing together the whole puzzle. Let's rewind the clock to the days when Tupac was still around. Back then, he and Jada were like two peas in a pod. They both attended the Baltimore School for the Arts and ended up in the same class. That's where their friendship blossomed, and they were practically inseparable. Even as they journeyed to Hollywood and found fame, their bond remained as strong as ever. Now here's where the plot thickens. People couldn't help but wonder about the nature of their relationship. Some folks speculated that there might have been some hush-hush romantic stuff going on, if you catch my drift. However, both Jada and Tupac vehemently denied any romantic involvement and insisted that they were just friends. But not many bought into that story, especially given what we know now. Fast forward a bit, and Jada started dating Will Smith. Things got pretty serious between them, and Will was head over heels for Jada. But there was just one hiccup in their relationship: Will's jealousy. He couldn't shake the feeling of insecurity when it came to Jada's friendship with Tupac. I mean, Tupac was undeniably one of the biggest rappers of that era, and he was incredibly close to Jada. You can understand why it would make Will feel a bit uneasy. Even after Tupac's passing, Jada held his memory close to her heart, and Will couldn't help but be jealous of their friendship. He openly spoke about his jealousy in interviews, even though Tupac had long departed from this world. The whole situation was a roller coaster of emotions, and Will's feelings were laid bare for all to see.
Were you ever jealous of the love Jada had for Tupac?
I thought you
were gonna say no.
God, that dude. And that was in the early days.
Yeah.
It turns out that the feelings Will Smith had about Tupac were fueled by Jada herself. Jaden spilled the beans that Jada often kept talking about Tupac in family discussions, emphasizing how much he meant to her. But when it came to Will, she didn't show him the same level of affection. They might have appeared united in front of the cameras, but Jaden revealed that Will often felt emasculated by Jada's obsession with Tupac. This issue hasn't escaped the notice of fans either. In recent years, Jada hardly talks about Will in a positive light, giving off vibes that she might not be too interested in her marriage anymore. She hasn't tried to hide this fact either. At one point, she openly admitted that she didn't want to marry Will in the first place. According to her, the only reason they got married was because Jaden was on the way, and she felt pressured into it by her mom.
And I was so upset that I had to have a wedding.
Yeah.
I was so pissed. I went crying down the freaking aisle.
Oh, getting married.
Cried the whole way.
There were also instances when Will spent 3 years planning a grand 40th birthday party for Jada to help her get out of her depressive slump. However, Jada didn't see it that way and accused Will of flaunting his ego, which hurt his feelings. Jada even made public statements suggesting that Will didn't satisfy her in the bedroom. But it gets even more complicated. Jaden claims that Jada used Tupac as a weapon during heated arguments to make Will feel small and jealous. Word on the street is that she would bring up Tupac, saying that he would never have acted in certain ways that Will did. Jaden believes that Jada knew how sensitive Will was about Tupac and deliberately brought him up to get a rise out of Will. It's like adding extra spice to an already spicy situation. Jaden's claims seem to be more than just an attempt to make his mom look bad. Jada has been on a media tour to promote her upcoming memoir, Worthy, and she has been talking a lot about her relationship with Tupac. She has portrayed it in a positive light, even referring to Tupac as her soulmate and claiming he proposed to her while he was in jail.
And so when he asked me to get married, he was at Rikers.
However, some fans have pointed out inconsistencies in her story, suggesting that she might be exaggerating. For example, she said Tupac proposed while he was at Rikers, but the timelines don't add up, and a TikTok user even pointed out that he was transferred from Rikers to another facility within a month. This has led to doubts about Jada's claims.
Tupac proposed to her while he was at Rikers. Really? The math isn't mathing, so let's take a look. Tupac was convicted of sexual assault charges on February 8, 1995. From there, he was sent to Rikers Prison, only to be transferred less than a month later to Clinton Correctional Facility.
Jaden believes that his mom, Jada, might have exaggerated how much Tupac was interested in her. He thinks she read too much into their connection and assumed Tupac wanted her more than he did. This might explain why she made up the story about Tupac proposing to her. Some fans are convinced that she's not telling the truth and that she's obsessed with Tupac, even though he can't confirm he felt the same way about her. That they think she's twisting the story to fit her narrative. One person even posted saying, Jada Smith is mad annoying. She can't let go of Tupac and still hasn't, and won't stop talking about Tupac even when he's 5 feet under. And now she won't stop embarrassing Will Smith everywhere. Like Homegirl just wants attention at this point. In all seriousness, something seems off about Jada's behavior, and it looks like Jaden might be calling her out on it. What are your thoughts on this?
Alright, we back. So you see for that video, man, Jada Pinkett be on a Tupac tour, basically. She's saying, if y'all not gonna keep Tupac name alive for the good, I will. You know what I'm saying? So, Jada Smith, man, she basically saying that it should have been her, bro. All these other scallywags that was around Tupac, they were just chum bait. You know what I'm saying? They just the hoes for one timing. She's saying that she basically should have got married to that nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know how embarrassing that is, bro? Your whole kids is coming out against you, telling you, hey, shut the fuck up, you lying. Why is you embarrassing they dad like that? They basically what they saying, bro. Why y'all embarrassing our dad like that? Like, what is you doing? Bro, you barely knew this nigga. We don't give a fuck about Tupac. That's what the kids are saying. You know what I'm saying? You know we all love Tupac. And then, you know, it's crazy how the kids know more about Tupac, and they didn't even grow up to see who Tupac was. They basically saying with a letter, hey, can you come back to see our mommy and make her happy? What the fuck is literally going on, nigga? You know how much you gotta be talking about this nigga Tupac for your kids to write a whole damn letter at a young age talking about Tupac. Can you come back? What is we doing, bruh? You know you mentally scarring your kids for life, bruh? Like, they got an amazing dad as Will Smith, and you just throwing that nigga to the sideline like the dumpster trash for Tupac, and Tupac been gone for 30 years. What is we doing, brother? Like, it's okay, we understand, like, you had close emotions with Tupac, man. We all love Tupac, you know what I'm saying? As far as a rapper and what he did for the community, as the black community, we all love that shit, man. But, bro, you can't push that shit on your kid, and you talking about, oh, Will Smith don't do it for me no more. He don't make me happy. Yeah, who fucking make you happy? You know what I'm saying? When you out here talking about Tupac was your lover, bitch. What is we doing? You got fucking love notes in a safe, talking about you can't touch it, you touch it, you're gonna die. Look at shit. Look at that, bro. We can't keep on doing this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good that we keeping Tupac's name alive, man. Cause we know that Jada Smith, man, she got a lot of love stories about Tupac and how they grew up together and how they met each other and how they know each other. You know, if it wasn't for Jada Pinkett Smith, we wouldn't get a lot of these stories that we get now. Let's be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all see from the title of the videos, man, I got the video of Jada Smith putting up the West Side. Oh, shit. Then they got the video of Jada Pinkett in the back seat where Will Smith was going, well, Tupac was going off with Suge Knight. But that shit is hilarious. You know what I'm saying? It's like, did Jada Pinkett get her haircut to look like Tupac? Is this like, what is he doing, bruh? You know what I'm saying? Then she started crying, bruh. Which she was crying because I guess one of her friends and Tupac died like almost the same damn time, man. Hey, shit happens for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Usually when one person dies close to you, the next person dies, man, because, you know, it's just how it goes, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, I feel like, man, Tupac was living a crazy life, man. He had so many bitches, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you could never really just put his one true love on all them damn bitches, you know what I'm saying? And Jada Pinkett even got exposed. Like, Tupac had so many fucking bitches. He had one bitch that he was gonna marry in jail, which was not Jada, you know what I'm saying? And yes, Tupac was writing love notes. Tupac was marrying anybody. Tupac was trying to just marry and fuck anybody. That nigga got married to a whole bitch outside of a whole bitch inside of prison. And when they got done with prison, he instantly got into a whole nother relationship with another bitch that who was with him. Like, if y'all see from the video, like, bruh, Tupac was just fucking and trying to marry anything at the end of his time. You know what I'm saying? It's like Jada Pinkett holding on to these little, oh yeah, it could have been us. We could have been married. Bruh, he was marrying anybody. Bitch, you could have got married if you would put the play the cards right. Nigga, you had a few, nigga, all you do was walk up to the nigga, hey, you want to get married? That nigga Tupac was like, hey, oh yeah, let's get married. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying, man? You know, we big crip out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, man. Like I said, man, my life story in Tupac is, and Will Smith almost, the Will Smith, the motherfucking TV show is almost the same as mine. How he grew up, the Fresh Prince, how he was in the hood, and he grew up with his family type shit, and the Tupac, how, you know, his mama was drug addict, like mine, but mine died and all that shit, crazy shit. It's like, man, you know, I feel like, man, Jada Pinkett Smith cannot be, like, just disappointed. Like, bruh, you didn't get to marry Tupac, but you got to marry Will fucking Smith. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, Will Smith is nowhere near as gangster as motherfucking, as Tupac. Let's be honest, man. I think Tupac was on a whole other level of gangster than Will Smith. But at the same time, you know, Tupac had his flaws too, as part of being a gangster. He had his flaws too. You dig? So like Crip. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like they both had their flaws, Will Smith and Tupac. It's just that Will Smith got to live longer. Imagine if Will Smith would have lived longer, would died at that age, and Tupac would have lived longer. The whole situation probably would have been different. Who knows how it would have been if Tupac would have stayed longer than what he did, man. This shit is crazy, man. It's like, man, Jada Smith is going on a whole fucking interview with everybody and their mama talking about how they used to know each other. Celebrities have to come check her ass. Talking about, hey, hold on, wait. Please tell these people that you did not, like Fat Joe was in that bitch. Please tell these niggas you did not fucking marry or date fucking Tupac. Now, do I feel like they done dated? Now, since I hear from the stories and probably fucked around, yes. They probably wasn't a date. Let's be honest, man. They probably was dating. You know what I'm saying? They probably was dating. When there wasn't like a big, inseparable type of a dating, probably not, because Tupac was fucking all the hoes. He was fucking every bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just not, he cut everybody off, and Jay was the only nigga Jay was the only person he was talking to. No, bitch. He was talking to everybody, anybody. If a girl had some pussy and she was ready to give it up, he was talking to the bitch. Like, let's be honest, bro. You know, you were just another bitch on the hit list. You know what I'm saying? I hate to let you know that you was a thot. You was a city girl at that time. You was a thot. You know what I'm saying? You thought that you was the one, bitch. You was the whole city girl out here, bro. You just had a hot box, and it was ready to get open. And you know, Tupac, you feel me? At that time, you feel me? You was on it. You was on it. You know what I'm saying? But then you don't talk. It's crazy because you know, it's not like you just gave up your whole relationship for a bum. You got fucking Will Smith. This nigga been in every fucking movie. John Hancock. Man, this nigga been in so much fucking movies, like golden movies, like Pursuit of Happiness. This nigga been in movies that's gonna forever, ever be in people's minds. You know what I'm saying? Like, Will Smith is a legend. You got this nigga looking out here looking like a goofy nigga. You got this nigga slapping Chris Rock. You talking about you and Chris Rock was friends? Y'all been separated for, you and Will Smith been separated for 10 months or how many years? And then y'all finally get back together after he slapped Chris Rock. And like, bro, what is we doing, bro? Like, to imagine giving up your whole relationship for a Tupac ghost. What is we doing, bro? You know what I'm saying, bro? This bitch got the 8 ball. You know, y'all know them 8 balls with the motherfucking words in the middle. You gotta shake that bitch. Is Tupac alive? Well, if you ask again, we will know. Is Tupac alive? Yes. I know it. Am I gonna be able to fuck Tupac again? Pause. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Y'all knew that's what Jada Pinkett doing, bro. She got the motherfucking 8 ball in that bitch trying to shake it up and see what the fuck about to happen, bro. Like, bro, we not finna let this goofy ass shit go along without us questioning what you saying, Jada. I don't know what the fuck you thought this was, man. I don't know if you just thought you was gonna be saying some goofy ass random shit and motherfuckers gonna be like, ha ha, I knew it, and just go along with it. No, these niggas calling your ass out. They like, how the fuck did you was in a relationship with this nigga when he was in a whole nother relationship with this nigga, with this bitch, and he was in a jail at this time for this and this and that. He got moving around and that and that. And how did you even, wasn't even in the time frame? Niggas are really confused at this point. Nigga, Jada Smith is rewriting what happened to Tupac. And the great words of Jada Pinkett, you gotta read the book. Fuck is we talking about, bitch? This not the red table talk scandal edition. Fuck is we talking about, man? This shit is retarded. Imagine getting your husband talking about you never want to marry this nigga in the first place on fucking red table talk, talking about how he's never been enough for you. Bro, you gotta be bro, in your mindset, you gotta look in the mirror and be like, damn, did I really go on national TV and tell the nigga that I've been fucking with forever that he was never the one for me? And then Tupac the Ghost was the one for you that you ain't gonna never see? Like, what are we doing, bruh? You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, hope y'all enjoy this video, man. Northside Crip in this bitch, man. Kevin Two Church in this bitch, man. I hope y'all enjoy these videos, man. Jada Pinkett, wherever it goes through your life, I hope you get better, man. Will Smith, I hope y'all get better. I hope the whole family get better, man. Because at this point, man, y'all too ridiculous at this point, man. I hope you get through your trauma, Jada, and whatever you holding you, until the memories make you mad and sad and keep on going crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit was tragic, man. I know a lot of people was sad during that time, man. He just died, and everybody wondering, damn, he just died. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, you know, life continue to move on, but sometimes, man, the people, they just get caught stuck in time, man. So I hope y'all enjoy these videos, man. Make sure you like, subscribe to the video. I'll be bitch hood, Northside Creep gang.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. You know this instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.